Okay, this is Sarah, Weight Watcher, Cape Cod woman. And I thought that this would be a fun video to post because this one is called, What Are You Reading? And I thought I would have some of you subscribers tell me what you're reading. What do you pick up to read to keep you motivated to lose weight, eat better, stay in focus, you know, all those good things. So, and of course I've got my tablet with me here, and it, as you know, oh shoot, it fades very fast. But on this are my Zinio magazines that I read monthly. And you can see Eating Well, Health, Prevention, Esquire, what else? Yeah, I think those are pretty much it. And I love my magazines. Oh, goodness, sorry. Yeah, those are the magazines that I read, and I get them from Zinio, and oftentimes they are like 50% off in this. And I've always loved Prevention. I think I've read Prevention since my second mother-in-law. Yes, I've had three. My second mother-in-law, who died at 99, was a big advocate of it. And she was like in her 80s when she was my mother-in-law, and her son was 20 years older than me, so I was a trophy wife. Here's a little disclosure. But anyway, I loved her, and she would cook so healthy. It was incredible. And she was all old school, as you can imagine, everything homemade, never wanted to go to a restaurant, nor do I. And she would have that drink that I've seen in Prevention in other places where it's apple cider vinegar, honey, and water, I think, or something like that. And she would drink that every day. She climbed a mountain at 95 years old, something like that. They wrote a little article about her. Anyway, she was, she'd exercise. She'd use the rolling pin for her feet, for her calves. And she would get down on the floor. She loved those black and white movies. And she would just exercise away. She taught me a lot. But Prevention was her favorite. And those things would be, you know, just worn from her turning. And of course now it's 2015, so I've got it on my tablet. And I love Prevention, always have. And it always leads me into the Rodale Press, where you can find all these other articles or other publications. And I could spend all day reading my magazines for healthier eating, healthier cooking, and just better choices. Then on my Kindle, I've got some books right now. Sometimes I get them from my library for free, and sometimes I just buy them. So I've got them on my Kindle all the time. And I thought I'd share with you what I'm reading right now that is part of what I bring to you in my videos right now. So one of the ones that I've mentioned before was Suzanne Somers' new book on Toxic. And it is excellent. She talks about food and eating organic and water, exercise, being all natural, staying away from the fake stuff. She also talks a lot about mold. I think that's how the book came to be, where they discovered mold in a rental property that they had after the house burned down, and it was in between the walls, and they were both getting sicker and sicker, her husband, Alan, and her. And anyway, Suzanne is somebody that I followed, and, you know, on my to-do list, of course, is to read her back books, because she has a really good, strong message about healthy eating. And she's 68, and so she has street cred with me. So that's one, Toxic by Suzanne Somers. The other one, I saw him on Dr. Oz, and I think it was Dr. Hyman, whoever did the oh goodness, now I'm spacing. But anyway, he's come out with the Pagan diet, which is half paleo, I can't say what the rest of that word is, and vegan. And it's kind of a blending of the two. And when I went to find it on Kindle, there was a free download, but it's mostly recipes. It's a real quick read. But it's just combining things of the caveman with the Mediterranean diet, which is healthy oils and fruits and veggies and grains. So that's an interesting read, and I'm not all the way through that. And what I do is I get so excited, I get a book, and then I stop halfway through because another one comes along. Another book that I'm reading right now, and I got it from the library, so I have to finish it, is Jillian Michaels' Master Your Metabolism. And I'm not sure when it was written, but it is awesome. It's about knowing the chemicals that are in your bodies, that your hormones, and what you produce and what aggravates them, and what chemicals are in your food that aggravate the hormones in your body, and going organic. And really, as Jillian Michaels is the first one to admit, she is a don't give me your BS excuses. And she's that way on The Biggest Loser, or she was. And she's that way in this book. And she takes no prisoners, and I adore her for that. I like those sort of people. And she is rocking hard, and she's got her exercise routine down to a minimum. And she, you know, figured out all the things in her body that didn't work, and she's given them up, and she shares all of her secrets and supplements. Everything that she does for her body, she shares with us. And I love that full disclosure. And I have a lot of respect for the woman with her food choices and getting her exercise to a point where she's not an addict. Because, you know, as we know, we can dive into these things and just, sure, we look great. And then, you know, 6 months later, a year later, that's why maintenance is so difficult. And I need my Weight Watchers tracker every single day. Another book that I got, I think he was on Dr. Oz, is Marco Borges, and it is the 22-Day Revolution, and he is Beyonce's fitness and nutrition guru, and she writes the forward. And he talks a lot about what she eats. I haven't gotten to the recipes yet, but one of the recipes that he showed on Dr. Oz looks absolutely divine. I believe it's a meatless diet. I'm not quite sure. I haven't gotten that far into it because I did buy the book. But it looks fascinating. And, you know, the way that I've always done my food choices and my exercise is that if there's 100 fingers pointing towards it with results, then it must be a good thing. You know, if it's a buy my book, this is the answer, you know, and buy my supplements or buy my food, I tend to get skeptical. But if it's somebody like Hungry Girl, like Jillian Michaels, like, well, I guess Marco, like Suzanne Somers, you know, where they push organic, all natural, go to a farmer's market, do this, do that, at-home gyms, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get fit, walking, you know, it's the cheapest exercise of all. When people point their fingers to these things, I tend to believe them. So those are some of the things that I'm reading. Toxic by Suzanne Somers, The Pagan Diet. I don't know if there's a full book out yet or if this was just a teaser. Master Your Metabolism by Jillian Michaels. 22-Day Revolution by Marco Borges. The magazines I read are Eating Well, Health, and Prevention. I also throw in Esquire because I like to see what men are up to. So, anyway, I'm curious. What do you read? Who do you go to for food information, exercise information? Do you get the Weight Watcher magazine? Do you read it? Do you like it? How do you feel about their products? Love to hear from you on this. So this is, what are you reading in a magazine? What are you reading in a book? And what do you follow? What gives you your juice besides Weight Watchers, or in addition to Weight Watchers? What gives you your juice? You know, and you know, what goes the distance for you? What do you believe in for food and exercise that celebs or famous people tout? So I want to hear about it down below. This is Sarah, also known as Weight Watcher Cape Cod Woman. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little view into my world of reading, and I will see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.